4th Brooklyn edition ReW WhO. You had it. You had it better. There you go. Good job, Caroline. Caroline is helping with the show today behind the camera. And so we got Michael and Kara, friends from Boston, and now friends for life. And time will tell. Okay, so each of you, are you ready to share a skeleton from your closet?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Do these have to be personal skeletons from our closet?
It can be whatever you want.
Is it now? Is it terribly breaking the rules if I share a skeleton from the closet that might be a little bit more embarrassing for Mickey, but it has to do with how we met each other?
Not at all.
Yes. All right.
There you go.
Okay, good. So, so we actually met the year that I had transferred in. Mickey was going to drop out of school, and Mickey's full name is Michael, but he used to like to go to parties and tell everyone that his name was Mickey Larzo. And so when he met us, that's what he told us. He said, "My name is Mickey Larzo." And he thought he was going to drop out of school and we would never see him again. But then little did he know it, after a year of kind of living at home and roaming about in Mexico, he moved back to Emerson and lived with one of my best friends. So we all became really good friends, and now we all call him Mickey. So he can't forget about lying to us when he first met us. But we're the only ones. We're the only people who call him Mickey.
That's awesome.
Okay, so it is National Eat All Your Vegetable Day, so please help yourself to some yummy vegetables. You can tell your skeleton, mister. He's like...
I don't know, my skeleton's more just like, I don't know, I guess one time when we were going to Emerson, I was really, really drunk on campus. And
do you remember what you drank?
Probably a lot of whiskey, a lot of Guinness. I don't know. I turned 21 that year, so I was getting trashed on campus at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I ended up, you know,
Kara, what a nice boy.
Kara called me up and asked me to come by the station, and I just was like, sure, let's go for it. And she was hosting at the time this Loveline-esque show, and her co-host was this guy who would always preach like abstinence-only education in college.
Oh my God.
So I was just really drunk in there, co-hosted them, and told everyone to go after what they really wanted to do, wear some condoms and protect yourself. And,
exactly.
And I was never let on the show again.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. All right, now you've earned your vegetables. It is National Eat All Your Vegetable Day, and so what do you want to see with Go Folk Yourself, like as an institution in this internet world? Like, what do you really see in the next 1 year, 5 year?
I don't know. I mean, I think we want to focus on organizing more shows more consistently and getting more. I don't know, just making more of a name for ourselves in Brooklyn. We try to find more independent acts and get independent acts out.
So do you have to be from Brooklyn to perform?
No, we're just we're focused
but you
on
just
the people.
Stay in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So now when you say folk, is it 100% folk? Is it acoustic guitar? Like is it bands?
Yeah.
Like what is it?
Well, no, I guess we mean folk in a general sense, kind of like the Coltrane quote.
Like
there's a Louis Armstrong quote that says, "All music is folk music."
I believe in that.
I ain't never heard a horse sing a song. So we like to post that kind of on our blog as kind of our statement of saying, you know, we see folk as a way of storytelling, not as a genre of music.
Right.
I'm 100% in agreement with that.
Right.
And
well, yeah, folk is kind of like just the cultural sounds of Brooklyn. And
see, that's the one. You know, you kind of because there's a question I have. Have you heard of anti-folk?
Mm-hmm.
I never understand what that is because every time I go to anything anti-folk, it's folk to me.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the real what I have understood about what anti-folk is that it's very folk sounding. People who like the sound of folk music and the instrumentation involved with folk music, but they don't like the notion that folk music has to have a story or a ballad or a message. So it's all about songs that are absolutely frivolous and pointless, and there's no message.
But that's not true.
It is your message.
And I feel like the songwriters are brilliant songwriters that are telling stories exactly.
Yeah.
I guess I think it's trying to stick away from a political theme. But, you know, I feel like so many genres start to get so niche that they become very hard to define.
I know, and I think they all cross over. Just like I feel like I'm like the total believer in inclusion. I can't exclude anything. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean someone else doesn't like it. And it's like that beauty is in the eye of the beholder thing. And I just believe that, like what you said, like how do you say it again?
Oh, the quote?
Yeah.
The Louis Armstrong quote?
Louis,
Yeah.
say it like
All music is folk music.
exactly. It is, because everybody is expressing their insides on the outside.
Sure.
And I don't know. So do you think that Slayer is folk music?
If they play their instruments well, they'll take them.
NWA.
You gotta respect musicians in town.
I know. I think they are.
The acoustic version of Put 'Em on the Glass.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
Michelle's in a band called Subject of the Question with Caroline, and they're like, how do you genre your music?
If we have to put a
Rock.
label on it,
I don't know.
rock, alternative.
Rock alternative. All right, nice. You know what I think?
Funkadelic.
It's interesting. I feel like
Experimental.
being a radio
Oh, subject
nerd,
of the question.
it's like when you were like radio back in the
Sub-
70s, it was very much like we're gonna play a whole bunch of different types of music. You know, we're gonna switch from Joni Mitchell to Pink Floyd to Led Zeppelin to whatever we think is good, and that was how radio formatting worked back in the day. And it was great, and a lot of people loved it. And I think then there became this notion that people had to super niche what type of music they were playing. And I think now it's kind of getting to this point where nobody wants to label themselves to any genre. Again.
See, and I feel like, I love
That's
my
how it should
show,
be.
ReW WhO, because there's
Should be.
always a common thread throughout the show. And we started the show today, you weren't here, with Charlie Demos, who is the most amazing artist,
Yeah,
right?
in the
But-
truest sense.
But the
like this
whole
artist.
point of his beginning was we were talking about genders blending and how it's all getting like that, and now you're saying music is like that and it's all
Yeah.
getting like that. And it
Yeah.
seems to me that both of those things kind of, to me, are the same kind of thing. Like, so it's a big giant blur where everything is finally, possibly, hopefully, meshing, and maybe we will find some kind of solution and resolution if we all, as passionate pioneers, don't stop.
Yeah. If we
Because-
let go of labels, then we're picking up on it.
Because it is moving in a direction. It really, really is. I mean, obviously. So you wanted to say something about Newt, because it's Newt Gingrich's birthday today.
It is.
The funniest thing I think about Newt is, did you ever see the movie Matilda?
Yes. Oh, of course.
You remember the Newt?
No,
Oh
I
my
don't.
God.
Whenever I hear his name, I think of
Newt.
Matilda.
Aw.
Wait.
There's a Newt, like, in that movie. Like,
Literally like a loop. And you're like, it's been eons
I
since
know.
I've seen it, but
Whenever
like,
I hear his name, I think of Matilda. You'll have to go see Matilda and see what I
I'll
mean.
absolutely watch
I
Matilda.
love that movie. I love Matilda. I have kids, so I saw it like a lot of times.
Okay.
It's a great movie. All right, so you were both going to say something, though.
I was gonna say, around winter, when Kara and I both, right before we quit our jobs, they both paid us twice as much as we get paid right now. We were going out and seeing a lot more music over the winter to try to scout more acts, try to learn more about the scene. And yeah, the one thing you notice about Brooklyn and Williamsburg in general is there is no like dominant sound really. There's a lot of people out there playing a lot of different things. There's a couple bands that sound like Joy Division. There's a couple bands that sound like folk,
A lot of hip hop.
a lot of hip hop, a lot of like grungy sounding stuff, a lot of punk sounding stuff. But it's all there's just so many options. So that
MGMT.
yeah.
yeah.
A lot of like bands like are kind of like
Grizzly Bear.
sampled music, but there is no predominant sound in Brooklyn. That's what's been really cool though. Living here for the most part is just diversity. In LA, everything's like rock and roll where I'm from for the most part, which I love. But like I like the diversity here as well.
Yeah, I love diversity. I live for diversity.
Yeah, was there anything special to this Brooklyn edition?
As far as
Well, to the show. I
musically?
mean, just for choosing to focus on Brooklyn. For the
Oh,
past
you
couple
mean
weeks. For you guys?
I do it once a month now. One Friday a month is the Brooklyn edition. Every Wednesday we're in Otto's Shrunken Head in Manhattan, and because I have a love affair with the BraNdeD SaLoon, and I love Gerard, and I love this place. They've been inviting me to come, and finally, after being in Manhattan at Otto's for a year, I have branched out to do the Brooklyn edition one Friday a month, and I know people in Brooklyn freaking love Brooklyn.
They do.
And
They
for
do.
some
For real.
godforsaken reason, Brooklyn freaking is a magnet for me and sucks me over here. And I'm always landing in Brooklyn. And I guess I have to just go with it.
You should.
I
You should.
do. I
As
play in
Brooklynite.
Brooklyn a lot. I'm an artist as well, and I have gigs in Brooklyn. Some like next week, I'm playing in Brooklyn Tuesday night and Wednesday and Thursday. I should have played Tuesday too, but I have a gig in Manhattan on Tuesday. So speaking of, yeah, next week I have a busy week. And I'm playing, wait a minute, I'm playing Saturday in Jersey, this Saturday, June 18th, in Newark. Sunday at Otto Shrunken Head. Tuesday on Houston at Madam X. Wednesday at Park Slope. There's like Make Music New York, and there's like a Park Slope 5th Avenue festival, something.
Awesome.
And then Thursday at Smith's Tavern, which is on in Park Slope also. Smith's Tavern has been another venue that's been amazing to ReW WhO. We do once a month at Smith's Tavern.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's on 5th Avenue and 9th Street in
nice.
Park Slope. And that's June 23rd. Yeah, so I have a busy week. And then, of course, ReW WhO is Wednesday, 4 to 6 at Otto's. And the next one at the BraNdeD is July, I'm pretty sure if it's a Friday, it's July 15th. I'm thinking July 15th.
Cool.
And then August 19th is the Friday. So I only know dates of specific, and I'll know what's going on that day.
We know weekends. That's what we know. We know weekends because we book weekends. So.
Okay, but did you have a Newt Gingrich thing to say?
Oh, no. I just thought it was interesting that it was his birthday today, and all the politics is going on. So it's very fitting.
What do you think of this gay marriage thing?
Oh, man, I hope it passes.
It better pass. I mean, how dumb is this?
It's really silly. And, it's pretty much, I think the biggest thing right now is that everyone's wondering if the Senate is just going to do their best to hold off on doing the vote until they can all go to recess, and then they just will never get to the vote like they did in 2009.
Yeah.
So that's like everyone's biggest fear right now.
Mm-hmm.
If they do that, I'm going to kick them all in the face. I mean, it's just stupid.
But yeah, check out the news. There's a lot of rallies going on in New York in the next couple days. So I encourage everyone to go to some rallies.
Me too. Yeah. I do too. So, I mean, I asked the last people too, like, what do you think of Gaga?
I think
She's-
Gaga's...
What?
Well, I think she's a marketing genius.
She is a marketing
I think
genius.
she's a marketing... I mean, her first album was super catchy. I haven't even listened to the second album, but she crashed Amazon.com servers. She had so many downloads, it crashed the servers. Like, that is impressive.
That is
to do.
impressive.
I don't know too much about music.
Well, I know she's been tweeting everyone about the gay marriage thing too. Not that her tweet people can do anything, but like,
Yeah.
she's working it, you know.
If she were just to include a link in a tweet that was like, hey, tell your senators that you don't think this is cool, and then like we would just click on a
Can you
link
imagine? She
that
would
were
rule the
like
world.
so many people
Yeah.
could just be like, oh man, all I have to do is like click this link.
Right.
So I don't know, I think it's cool. I think she's actually like stuck around to that message long enough now that it seems really genuine.
I do too. So do you have any last shout outs now that I've blabbed all about my gigs? Shamelessly. Shout it out.
Sure, we would love to. So please check out our Kickstarter, Go Focus Yourself Summerfest. Show at BraNdeD SaLoon next Saturday.
Woo! BraNdeD SaLoon.
The 25th. And
June 25th.
June 25th. You can check out our website, FoLkYourSelf.com, and very exciting, we are getting a whole new revamped website, hopefully by the end of the month. So it should be really
And what will
fancy.
that be? GoFolkYourself.com?
It'll still be FoLkYourSelf.com, but it'll just have a nice new fancy design with a lot of videos on it.
Good for you guys. And the BraNdeD SaLoon is 603 Vanderbilt Avenue, corner of Bergen Street in Brooklyn. Yes. What do you want to say, Mickey?
Oh, I have nothing.
Come on, Mickey. Come on, Mickey.
Every time you throw the goat, the phone
This
rings
is
in
Mickey
hell.
too, you know. Wait, say it again. Sorry, I have like freaking non sequiturism. But Mickey is this one, and you're Mickey. We're like in a Mickey.
We're in a Mickey sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that.
Taking over.
I just thought of it, Mickey.
About
That's so.
time.
What a cool way to. I love that. I love weird shit. What can I do? All right, say your thing again. I'm sorry.
My best friend and I used to say that every time you throw the goat, a phone rings in hell. So
Oh,
we're trying
really?
to throw a lot of
It must be
goats.
ringing now.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So
That's
do,
hot.
well, do you think that's a good thing?
It's better than somebody dying.
It's gotta be.
Wait, I'm confused.
Every time you do this, a
Like
phone
rock and
rings.
roll thing?
Yeah.
It's like, what was it saying? Like, and every time you kiss, like an angel gets its wings or
Or
something.
something like
Yeah.
that.
So, but I just always think the parties are going to be way better in hell.
They will be.
So if a phone's ringing down there, do they have like these phones? Like,
It's probably
are they texting in hell? Like,
Do they have Twitter in hell?
do they have Twitter in hell? Oh my God!
Does hell tweet? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So go FoLk yourself. I think you guys are awesome, and I would love for us to somehow, figure out a way to ruin who and go FoLk yourself. I'd love to have your artists come on. Maybe we could do a show like with all your people, or if you want to do the Brooklyn one, we could do something.
That would be awesome. I think you've actually had a couple of our people too, like FoLk
Yeah,
She's
I love her.
too. So yeah,
I do shows with her. She's played at Smith's Tavern a bunch of times with me too.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
She's great.
I love her. I love her to pieces. She's overseas right now. She's in Ireland. Yeah, yeah. She's going over there for a little while. Yeah.
Oh, on tour?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh,
yeah, she's one of my favorite videos on her set right now.
cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. Go FoLk yourself. Thank you, Mickey. I hope you had
Thank
fun.
you.
Caroline,
I had
thank
an
you.
awesome
I got to talk to you. We'll be back on Wednesday, June 22nd at Otto's. Thank you, BraNdeD SaLoon. Thanks for another day, everybody. Happy birthday, Newt. And Venus Williams' birthday today, too.
Venus.